You're listening to After Hours FM.
Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Today's a very special episode.
It's our Valentine's Day special.
So, today we are going to be talking about 21st century romance.
Which is a lot to encapsulate, but
And we know that this has been discussed before, but you just need to hear our angles as well. That's why it
Yeah.
clicked. So,
and before we start, your moment of appreciation for the fits.
yeah, okay, mine is not very
It's okay.
it's
okay.
fine. It's fine. It's giving 21st century. That's what it's about.
It's giving
And yours is giving romance.
Jan Levinson from The Office, but
Yours is and it's also Loki giving Elena Gilbert. Oh, and we also have beverages this time.
Truth serum.
Because we want to celebrate love.
And the lights are pink too.
Yeah, in case you didn't notice.
So
And trust us when we say we are connoisseurs about 21st century romance, because okay, Priya experienced it firsthand, and I know so many secondhand stories that at this point I have become an analyst.
wait, before we start though, not to foreshadow anything, I have not been in a situationship. Let me get that so straight. That's the only ounce of dignity I've left. No offense.
It's fine, girl. You are not your love life.
Thank you. That's such a good quote. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna talk about situationships because these days everybody is in
a
one,
fucking
or you know somebody. Like literally, please let me know if you're somebody who either is not in a situationship or doesn't know anybody in a situationship, because I don't think that person exists. Also, we're gonna talk about soulmates and everything.
Yeah.
And the internet's unrealistic standard for relationships and romance.
Yup. And we are also going to talk about non-21st century romance, because we're like, people keep hating and shitting on 21st century romance, but is what we had before really better? And we're going to talk about a movie, the blueprint, if you will, of situationships, 500 Days of Summer.
Yep.
And also kind of compare it to Bridgerton a bit, because that's old romance.
Okay. So I looked up what situationships are.
Okay.
Because it's a relatively modern term, I'd say. I don't think our parents would know what that is. Obviously, I looked at Vogue.
Right.
And they describe a situationship as anything that can be used to describe a poorly defined... So it can range from a poorly defined friends with benefits arrangement to an ongoing, unlabeled flirtation to a long-distance texting thing that isn't quite romantic, but maybe could be. It's low-key...
Really broad.
It's super broad. It's like anything that you could do in a relationship, but without the label of a relationship. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. But is it monogamous? Like, is it cheating
There are
if
no
you...
rules, I
Okay,
think. I don't know though, but I feel like it's kind of subjective.
okay.
Honestly,
Depends,
I feel like
guess.
it's like So okay,
I hate that my pants look like leggings
they don't look like leggings.
on camera.
I don't think they look like leggings.
Okay.
They're not leggings. FYI.
They are not. They are just pajama pants.
I was gonna say, it's like hooking up. Like the term hooking up, it means different
Oh,
things to
yeah.
different people. So that's how I would say it. But also, who am I? I also saw TikToks
Mm-hmm.
because Valentine's Day is coming up.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And-
And your birthday.
What do you-
Oh, my God.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, it is. This is our Valentine's Day spread.
Not me forgetting about Valentine's Day.
My birthday is coming up.
Yes, in actually 3 days.
Wait, but when this is out, it's the day after.
It's
my
the day after
birthday.
her birthday.
Wow. Okay, but anyways, I saw TikToks about people getting their situationship a Valentine's Day
No,
present or
no,
a Valentine's Day basket.
no.
I also look at those TikToks and I'm like, stand up. Situationship equals no self-respect? Question mark. I just wanted your thoughts, and I want your thoughts, listener. Like, what do we think?
I think usually a situationship consists of a person who has no self-respect and a person who doesn't respect the other.
Bro, this is crazy because I saw a TikTok and it was like, the thing you and your situationship have in common is that you both don't respect you.
Literally. I'm sorry. It's always one person who doesn't like respect their... Yeah. No, literally. It's always that. Usually when I hear it.
But here I go. But I feel like we should look at this a little bit more nuanced.
True, but because I also feel like there are situationships where people genuinely just want basically to have basically a sexual relationship with a person without all of the
Like friends with benefits.
yeah, basically that, and they are both on the same page.
But that's
and it's
different.
fine.
Friends with benefits is different because then you like disclose then you don't do relationship stuff, only like into like physical stuff.
Yeah, but
I think
if
that's
you're
different.
friends, you will do cute stuff together, and then that can be confused for romantic stuff. You know what I mean? Like if
I mean,
you're
it's
also
definitely hard to be friends with benefits because
yeah,
things
I
can
feel
definitely like if somebody catches feelings or like
like,
it can you need a great level of communication.
yeah, you basically need a contract. Like
Low key. But even then, like you can't help your feelings.
no, true. Oh,
Um
that's so sad.
and with situationships, I feel like it's also nuanced because maybe you can't be with someone for certain reasons. I'm okay. I would never. I don't want to be in a situationship. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that. But like problematic people where you know you can't have a relationship with, right?
Yeah.
But you still like them and you still want to be in contact with them. So it's like I guess it's still like no self-respect, but like also maybe it's not that deep.
Yeah, and I also feel like, for example, imagine you're an exchange student and you move somewhere and you know you're going to be there for a short period of time. Not everyone wants to do long distance, but if you meet someone and you hit it off and you just want to spend time with them for the time being, you're not going to get into a relationship. So I feel like that's one of the cases where you can have mutual respect and be in a situationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But I do think situationships always leave one person hurt at least. It can never go well.
I feel like if it goes on for too long, it will turn into something bad.
But it's also like if you have feelings for somebody like that, because obviously there's
Yeah.
one person at least who has feelings for the other.
No, I feel like that's not necessarily true.
Yes, it is.
I feel like they both have feelings for each other because why would you do something?
No,
but why
I
would you
don't
do that
agree.
if you don't have feelings? Like none at all.
Because if you're like, let's say you're a man.
You.
Oh, but I feel like there's a lot of people who like don't want a relationship and like they just want sexual
Validation.
gratification.
Okay, well then find a hookup partner. Like
That is the situationship, but then the situationship is the one who's maybe hoping that one day it can turn into something more.
oh my god, that fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, but then here we go back again to the fucking no self-respect
You know what?
thing.
What's also a big issue with men? Men have this tendency of being attracted to one type of woman and then being in relationships with another type.
We
of
did talk
woman.
about this.
So they might be attracted to, let's say, goth girls or whatever. But they wouldn't want to get into a relationship with them because it would make them lose aura points with their dumb friends and family. And I get that you wouldn't want to get into a relationship with someone that your family wouldn't respect. I get that that's hard. I get that you don't want to put that person in that situation. But I think it's embarrassing to be embarrassed about who you're attracted to.
And also, this is what I also said in the fucking video, but why, like, what the fuck type of friends do you even have?
Yeah, oh my god.
If they only give a fuck about what your girl looks like. Like, I'm sorry, that's pathetic.
That's pathetic. Like, I just know. Like, I hope
and
guys...
I know y'all are chopped too. Like, I know.
Genuinely, I was about to say, whenever girls get into a relationship and they send a picture of their new boyfriend in the group chat, people are not being nice, or they might be nice, but they don't judge their friend. They just don't agree with their vision, and I feel like that's normal.
No,
and that's
y'all were
natural.
mean as fuck. Y'all were
Yeah, and I am
mean
so
as
sorry for
fuck.
that. I apologize for that. You know what's one thing I hate? I hate girls who don't think their boyfriends look good. What are you doing with him? Why would you do that?
Yeah, because
to
you're
him?
gonna like. I'm sorry, but this is gonna backfire on you so bad because
Genuinely.
now you are the good guy for doing charity work, but then he's gonna disrespect you once, maybe even on accident, and you're gonna be like, I give you a chance, and you fucking
And it's gonna look like you never saw him as your equal, and that's what's gonna make him start doing
and then
weird
you're
ass
gonna
things.
also be the villain. Like you're
Exactly.
gonna also be the villain
Because you're not doing charity work, you're doing evil shit.
like the only charity, like you are only dating someone for you. So if you're doing charity work, then it's like you're doing yourself dirty for
It's
this.
mean as fuck. And if imagine someone being my friend for charity work,
That's
I would
pathetic.
be so mad.
Your mom pays me.
Imagine.
The thing is, you're gonna get disrespected either way. So might as well be by a good-looking guy.
Yeah, and the thing is, he can also be good looking and nice. You don't have to pick.
Can he?
I feel like ugly men are not nicer at all.
No, in the beginning they are because that's the only way they can get a girl.
Yeah, and it's fake, which makes them even more evil.
I know, but that's how the world works, I guess.
No, I hate that.
Me too. Now we're gonna talk about relationships / romance in the media. And I had an example for this. There's
Ooh.
this TikTok trend. I bet it comes in many shapes and sizes. But the most recent one I saw was listing things my boyfriend does that would send a low effort boyfriend in a coma.
Low effort boyfriend is frying me.
Do you know that?
I feel like it's gonna be stuff like my boyfriend bought me 500 boxes of chocolate and 3 million flowers that are bound to rot in my house to ask me to be his Valentine.
Yeah, it's like low-key like that, unfortunately. And it makes people compare and it makes people insecure, and it just does, because what works in your relationship rarely works in somebody else's. Like, it really is
Yeah.
not a one size fits all at all. And so it's just not gonna lead to anything good. It's really, maybe some people might see it and think, oh, I deserve better, but I feel like they can do that in other ways. They can make that discovery in other ways.
And what I also hate, I feel like people are repackaging gender roles and just spitting them out on social media. And I feel like it's now become a standard where as a guy, you need to pay for everything, you need to organize everything, you need to be extremely thoughtful about what to give your girlfriend, etc., etc. And as a girl, you need to fucking cook, clean,
But I do think that
be
guys
submissive.
can be a little bit more thoughtful. Like, my
Yeah,
God.
because that's, unfortunately, they just think less, and that would be nice if they would think more. But and I also think that it is good when women realize that they deserve a guy who thinks about them a bit more. But I feel like those trends are just so superficial. It's always about materialistic things.
Yeah, and it's always like, I wonder how many of those trends are for real. Like, how many do you think people lie?
The
I feel like it just adds to, you know, how movies and TV shows, like, the romance in that is always low-key unrealistic.
100%. And one thing I want to say is that romance media is literally propaganda for men. It makes men look so much better. It makes women want a relationship so much because it seems like the one situation where you would truly, really be valued so much. And also, rom-coms and romance movies in general are one of the only movies where women are usually the main character. Women are the protagonists. It's about the woman's life. And
Is it
so,
though?
yeah,
It's about the woman's life in relation to men, though.
it is, but it is one of the only types of movies where women are the main character.
That's true.
So obviously, if you're a woman and you see a rom-com, you're gonna relate to the main character more because she represents you.
And
your
it's
whole
funny
gender.
though, because it's like not even really about the woman as a person.
Not
It's
at
about
all.
the woman as,
Finding love as her ultimate goal.
yeah. But I was gonna say that the TikTok trend only adds to that really super unrealistic standard that the media already has set.
Yeah, it does.
I literally sound like that one friend that's too woke, but
No,
it has to be said.
it's true.
Then I wanted to ask you about the one. Do you believe in that? Do you believe in soulmates?
No, for sure not. I think that this is such a limited view of the world, but I do understand why humans have formed it.
Wait, you don't believe in soulmates?
No.
Not even multiple? Like, don't you think that there's...
The thing is, I don't believe in destiny. So, no.
I don't know if I believe... I don't know. That's a complicated question. But, like, I do believe in soulmates. I looked up multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked it up online, and I read some sources because I already thought there was going to be a lot of discourse about this, a lot of different POVs. The one on Psychology Today it's from a blog, I think. A quote that I've chosen is, I've seen plenty of evidence that we can become each other's soulmate as the result of a deep and lasting love relationship. If humans can develop finely honed skills in music, athletics, and language, arts, whatever, wouldn't it be equally possible for them to become perfectly suited and completely irreplaceable to their spouses? So basically, that you can grow into being soulmates.
I low-key like that view.
I thought it was pretty interesting too, but I do think it should not be taken too far.
No, me neither.
Do not
Become-
change your personality
No.
or core fundamental parts of yourself to become somebody's soulmate, because then it's clearly not meant to be.
Yeah, and I think it's so important to be a whole person by yourself and not become too codependent on someone else, because you literally can lose yourself so easily. And especially if this happens fast. That's so dangerous.
And always keep talking about it to your friends, to whoever, and take them seriously, because they can see it before you can see it.
Absolutely.
I saw this really cool analogy on TikTok. I feel like I'm only mentioning TikTok right here.
Girl,
But
fine.
it's fine, whatever. But it was like an analogy. She had like a plastic container, and then she had a plate. The plate obviously doesn't fit in the plastic container.
Yeah,
And then she broke the plate, and then she put it in the container.
and it fit.
And that was kind of the analogy for, changing your personality for somebody else, but then if somebody else is gone, aka if the plastic container is gone,
You're
then what
just
are
left
you left
broken.
with? Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
I
It's
thought it
giving
was-
Tumblr.
It was really cool analogy. She didn't say a thing too. It was pretty cool.
Oh wow.
So maybe I completely misinterpreted.
No, I like your interpretation.
Thank you. Okay, then I had another POV for the one or soulmates
Mm-hmm.
by the Courier. If you shift your focus from romance and open your heart to platonic relationships, it's likely you might already have some strong contenders for a soulmate. By this logic, you can abolish the myth of the one and have as many soulmates as you like.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that you can have multiple soulmates, but you have one twin flame, and that is like your one. That's the one.
Okay, I don't believe in that, but I do believe in platonic soulmates for real. Like, I think people underestimate platonic love. Like, I'm
I
sorry,
agree
but
so
like in
much.
literally every instance, I feel like people just like, if you have a friend break up, it's
Oh my
I have been
God.
so much. I have never given like, my breakups have been nothing to my friend compared to my friendship
Yeah,
breakups. It's
yeah.
been literally, it's not even in the same realm because I just don't think it's comparable at all, and maybe
No.
I'm the fucking killer for that.
No.
But my god, and also just it, somebody you have known for years or somebody who you've known so fucking well, like, you don't, please be careful with, prioritizing your partner over your
Please,
friends or your best
yes.
friends, because it's really like,
Dangerous as fuck.
just know who have your best interests at heart.
Yeah. And I also feel like people devalue platonic love so much. And it's so scary to me when, for example, when I see people being in a relationship, when they also joke about not having friends, but I just feel so sad for people who, for example, share everything with their boyfriend and then not with their friends, or who,
It's really risky.
yeah, and who put all of their trust in a romantic partner when you have so many platonic friends. Like,
The thing is, friends will rarely put up with that. Like, I've cut people off for like choosing their boyfriend constantly over our
ooh,
friendship, or over like
period.
inviting him to everything, or it's always about him. Like, I don't really have a lot of patience or or a lot of grace to give
Yeah.
in those situations. Like, I just don't give a fuck.
As you should. The thing is, so I love my friends. I love all my friends. And I talk to my friends about my other friends because they are part of my life. And I'll be like, yeah, I was hanging out with this one the other day and we did this and this and this. Or, oh my God, when I'm with like one friend, oh my God, this shoe reminds me of my other friend and blah, blah, blah. And I'll tell a story. And I feel like that's natural, and I feel like that's the types of stories and types of connections you can make with your significant other as well when you're with friends. And it's normal to mention them, but it's abnormal to make every single thing about them
It looks like you're nothing.
in comparison.
No, like nothing without him. Like, you,
That too.
he is you. He is
Yeah.
part of your personality. He is your personality.
He is your personality.
Like, that's
You
scary.
don't
And the
exist.
thing is, mind you, your friends don't know this guy, or they know him like surface level, which, he shouldn't be this with your friends. That's weird.
No, yeah. But he should, Loki, like if I had a
Or
boyfriend.
she. We keep saying he.
Oh yeah, they. If I had a boyfriend, I would want him to be friendly with my friends and just.
You're not friends with them. I think that's fucking weird.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's valid. That's okay.
Because you know them through me. There's no
Yeah.
need for you to know them without me.
Oh, in that sense. No, I feel like that would be okay.
No, there's
with
no
me.
shot.
That's okay. But okay, yeah, so about romantic love. I also feel like this, okay, so the reason why I don't believe in soulmates, and this is really pessimistic and a really like black and white view, I guess, but believing in soulmates implies that you believe in destiny and that you were destined to meet this person and destined to, I don't know, like cross paths, and you were made for each other in a way, right? And I don't believe in any type of you were meant to do this was meant to happen for you, etc., because children are born in horrible circumstances. And I'm not going to go into detail about this, but recently more of the Epstein files have been released, and insane information has been released about what happened to children, babies even, but also just other children. And those things are so atrocious that they just prevent me from believing in how any of that could have been written into the universe. I wouldn't want to believe that, and I don't believe that. So, like, I don't even believe you are destined to have these parents because your parents can be fucking awful. And that's why I can't believe in, like, oh, you were meant to meet this person, because I just can't believe that some things are meant to happen, if that makes sense.
I think there's more nuance to this. Here I go. Here she go again. But
you.
I don't think this is a valid argument that you're making, because if you believe in destiny, that doesn't mean everything is destiny. If you believe in, I don't believe that,
Wait.
because some things can there be both? Can't there be coincidence or destiny? Can't there be circumstances and destiny?
Wait, but what do you... No, because if that was the case, then I would be mad as fuck if my abuse was circumstance and some insignificant thing compared to that was destiny, if that makes sense. Because some kids literally don't have a good life at all, you know?
I know that, but I feel like
And imagine telling them, like, yeah, your sickness, death, and abuse...
but nobody is gonna say that. Like, that's fucking ridiculous.
No, but if you believe in everything being destiny for yourself and everything being coincidences for the bad things happening to people, I think that's not right.
It's not an all or nothing thing, though. Like, I do believe in destiny. I believe I do think some things are destiny, but of course I'm not gonna fucking say, oh my god, this kid having cancer is destiny. It's written in the stars. Like, be fucking for real.
Okay, but like, what do you think? For example, what would you say is destiny and what isn't?
Like, for example, this is a really old example. It's the first thing it comes to mind. I was gonna go to this concert with a really good friend of mine. And it was like, you know how concerts go. It's you buy tickets like a year in advance, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't get tickets. And like, people tried, and we had a good shot because people on their, you know, and on their end tried, people on my end tried. It was a team effort. We didn't get tickets, and I was so devastated about it. Then we had the worst fucking friendship breakup ever. It was horrific. And that was such a good friend, and I don't know how to say this because you wouldn't you literally wouldn't understand because you don't know us. But I would have never seen that coming. I would have never expected that because we had been friends for years and years and years. And that was the time or the year in which we just, I guess, grew apart or whatever. And that whole ticket thing to me was kind of, I don't really believe that was coincidence.
Ooh.
And it's just shit that I couldn't have known, or maybe I could have if I had put my fucking thinking cap on, but okay. But shit like that, I do think is destiny.
Okay.
Like, some things I cannot believe is
A
coincidence. For example, like, there's some not to air her business out, some shit that my friend's going through, and she lives across the country from her parents, across the world from her parents, and her mom happens to have 2 months off right now. And now is the moment, you know, everything kind of hit the fan, and now her mom can be there for her. What the fuck type of coincidence is that?
Okay, so I think this is all very nice, but I've also heard of coincidences, or like things that are hard to believe are coincidences, that are actually horrible. And I just don't want to believe that.
Then
destiny...
don't.
And I feel like it would be shallow of me to think that certain things happening to me are destiny, but then other things happening to other people, like, why would the universe care about me having a good grade for a class but then not care about something way worse, if that makes sense? But I guess the universe doesn't have to make sense. Like, it just is. It's way bigger than us, so we wouldn't even be able to make sense of it with our human brains.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with you on this whole thing.
That's fair
okay.
enough.
I also asked the people of Reddit, because if in doubt,
The people of Reddit.
the people who are married or have a partner are like, yes, I believe in soulmates and I married them. The people who have broken up with somebody or are clearly bitter about a situation they've been in are like, I used to, but not anymore. Or are like, no, I don't believe in soulmates. So,
Oh my god.
all in all, it just kind of depends on what this person has experienced.
Literally pissing me off.
But it's always, I will say, it's always the people who are together with their partner who say, yes, I believe in soulmates. Because nobody in this fucking thread is single and is like, yes, I believe in soulmates. It's only people who already have a partner, which I found very interesting.
But Loki, let me clarify, because that first definition of what a soulmate is and how you can know someone so well that you kind of grow to understand each other on a very, very deep level, I really do believe in that. And for example, like, I just believe that I have people in my life that I would just always love. I could consider them my soulmate because our souls have grown to be attached, if that makes sense.
I feel like that makes sense.
Obviously, this doesn't happen overnight. I don't believe in that. Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
I feel like no one believes in that.
Probably only men believe in that because they are fucking shallow as fuck.
And yeah, oh, and we're going to talk about this when we talk about 500 Days of Summer. Because, wow.
We still have purity culture to discuss.
Let's discuss. Oh my God.
Okay, the only thing I wrote down about this is the rise of modesty. And I looked up the rise of conservatism,
Ooh.
but I couldn't really find what I was looking for, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm also sure.
So you explain it.
No, you explain it, please.
I don't know how to explain it.
No, please, you.
Current day, modern day society is very unstable, to say the least. It's very turbulent. It's not going too hot with the world. And since we're kind of coming down from a liberal, somewhat liberal
Wave.
a way of living regime, political climate, and that all kind of happened under that climate or worsened under that climate, because believe it or not, no political party can change the fucking world within one fucking blink of an eye, because it doesn't work like that. But people are kind of looking for something that can give them more stability, and something that they know from times that may have appeared more stable at the time, aka back in the day when people were oblivious to the problems of society, the problems of the world, where it was all tradwife core and typical gender roles and stuff.
Yeah.
So now people are kind of veering back into that political climate and that way of living, because the liberal way clearly didn't work.
No, and let me give an example for this.
That was sarcastic, by the way, because don't be stupid.
Yeah, please don't act like the conservative way works.
That's, yeah.
But anyways, I feel like one of the examples is women who used to fight for the right to get paid for their work, right? Because they were doing labor all along, unpaid labor in the house. And now they have the right to work, they have the right to have their own bank accounts, to manage their own money. And it was nice in the girl boss period in the 2010s to just work and be your own independent woman and spend your own money. But then women started to notice that even though, like, in relationships and in general in society, women did start to work as much as men, men didn't measure up in any other department. Men didn't become more thoughtful, men didn't become more helpful around the house. There was no balance. Women just did both the unpaid domestic work and also the actual, like, paid
they also
labor.
couldn't, like, there's also, I think it's the glass ceiling. It's like how minorities and women, they can work as hard as they fucking want, but they won't get that CEO position. Like, they can grow and they can be independent, but only up until a certain point. Like, we come from a liberal climate, but it's really not that
possible.
Yeah, like, it's really
like,
not
that's too woke.
Yeah.
But anyways, the point is, women were like, why did we fight to literally work more, but now we're just more exhausted? Like, feminism was a scam because it was choice feminism and not intersectional at all, not inclusive of men, if that makes sense. Like, it just says women should be able to do this, women should do this, but it never said men should also pay attention to this and men should also do this. And they were like,
but feminism is about equality, though, so shouldn't it be like, it's kind of a given, right?
It should be, but that wasn't in reality. Systematically, that was not paid as much attention as just women being encouraged to work, and now it's kind of the standard as well, which I think is good, but it's more complicated because now you feel like you're doing twice the work. It's just more exhausting. And then some women were like, well, actually it was better back in the day because I was not doing this much and my husband could, like, take care of everything outside of the house, and, like, I could at least manage to keep a clean house and care for my kids, and it would not cost as much money and blah blah blah.
Mind you would be beat by him.
Yeah, probably. And
you would be dependent on him, and you wouldn't be able to leave even if he literally beat the shit out of you every single day.
Yeah, unfortunately. And even if you had the best husband in the world, he could die. He could become disabled to the point where you would have to take care of him every single day and you would have no income.
Don't be dependent.
It's super dangerous.
And it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but I also understand women who were like, feminism did not work as well as it could, and then some of them went as far as to say, as feminism should have never happened. I want a freaking husband who makes money so I can be at home and do my thing and just do one job and be appreciated for that, even though he would not appreciate you in reality.
Bro, but even that is like, even if you go back to that current day, it's different because your husband can't get away with as much as he could
Back in the
before
day.
feminism. So even
Absolutely.
if you go back to that traditional way of living before feminism, it really is thanks to feminism that you can go back and not die.
Absolutely, but the same thing goes for people who want to act conservative now because they think progressive societies would fail or not be as good. Like it's a scam, but it just is a scam that they believe in, and that's why they do it.
Slut shaming.
Yeah, slut shaming. This pisses me off so bad because it's such a freaking double-edged sword. Like, I was watching Love Island, okay? The fucking lust show of all lust shows. That is not the show where purity culture should even be a thought that comes up in your head when you're watching, okay? But they were playing this game. People had to guess the body count of everyone, like how many people they had sex with. And the guys had body counts into the hundreds.
Oh.
A person had more than 1,000, I think.
That's not real. I don't believe that.
And-
That's giving Gossip Girl.
And then they had their body count, their actual body count.
That's a lie.
And then they had the maximum body count that their female partner could have, according to them.
Was it 2 or something?
It was so fucking low. It was so much lower.
Oh my god.
And then the women would have, like, okay, a high number, like, I don't know, 50 or something. Maybe high to the average
Bro,
person.
I don't even know 50 people.
Okay, no, me neither. But if you are on Love Island, you are so fucking beautiful.
Yeah, but also, what the fuck does it matter?
Like, literally, if you, as a guy, have 1,000 bodies and you are gonna look weird at a woman for having 50, you're fucking disgusting. You're horrible, actually.
Literally.
And this is also part of purity culture, believe it or not, because for some reason people genuinely believe that women are more susceptible to damage from having sex with people than men are. And what really gets me is that this damage does not happen when a woman has sex with the same men the same amount of times as having sex with multiple, like, various men, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the more men you go through, the more ran through, the more used up, the more slutty you are. Mind you, I hate the word slutty. I hate it so much. I hate slutty outfits as a concept. I hate when people say that men have a slutty waist when they have a small waist. Because first of all, why is their waist slutty for looking like a woman's waist? Do you realize what you're saying?
I think they just mean attractive. I think they just mean, like, they look attractive.
Okay, and why can only small waists be attractive? Like, it's not good either way. No matter which way you phrase it, it's not good. It's not a good phrase. It's horrible. Also, like, acting as if you're better than other women for being a virgin or whatever the fuck, it's so disgusting. Who do you think you are? And no matter how you put it, you're gonna put so much value on virginity and sex. Like, either if you put it in, like, oh, but so many people wanted me, that's why I have a high body count, or like, oh, but I respect myself, that's why I have a low body count. Why is having sex disrespectful? Or why is it validation? You know what I mean?
For the longest time, I thought that was like a joke. I didn't think people actually valued virginity this much until I had a conversation with somebody. They talked about this girl who they were seeing, and he was like, not in a disrespectful way, but she had slept with like 2 people or something, like not many. I don't know. I feel like it's not that much, and it's not.
No.
Like, it's still a kind of a privilege. Like, you're still. It doesn't say anything about her level of self-respect or whatever. Like, it's still
her standards.
Yeah, it's still a low number. You're still one of very few, if
Yeah.
that matters to you. And then he said something like, "Yeah, but I'm not the first." And I was like,
I would have
damn.
fucking.
And does it matter? Like, I dead ass. I was like, does it matter that much? And he was
Yeah,
like,
because
because like the first. Because you want someone who's good in bed, but you want someone who has no experience.
I also think that in general, men see sex as something that happens to women and that is inherently violent. And I think that's part of the reason why they literally refer to it as hitting, cracking, banging, smashing. I could go on. And I didn't even realize how weird that sounded until I heard guys talk about it in Dutch and they said slaan.
Huh?
Yeah. Literally.
Oh.
And I was like, they're talking about hitting women. And my friend was like, girl, no, they mean sex, like hitting. I was like, that's crazy.
Of naaien.
Yeah, that's really weird.
I didn't know
Screwing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I also always hear women say that they were catcalled more when they were underage than when they were adults, which is really fucked up.
I think I could attest to that.
Purity culture is also fucked up because women don't do this because they actually respect themselves. Like, what does that have to do with self-respect? It's because they want to be respected by men. I'm sorry.
But that's logical. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, it does, but okay, and mind you, I'm not shaming anyone for not having sex. That's the last thing I would ever fucking do. I think you should absolutely not do anything you don't want to do. I think that forcing yourself into something or convincing yourself that now you will be respected more by men and you're doing this for validation is so messed up, and it's just so unfortunate. And this goes the other way too, like only doing stuff because you want the experience so you can be respected by men is also bad.
Or women.
Or women, but I feel like that's less prevalent.
No, because what if you're the only virgin in a friend group of girls and your girlfriends maybe aren't as supportive as they should be, and you just want to get it over with? I don't know how to say this because I feel like nobody would ever listen to this if they're in a dire position like that. But like, don't rush it.
Please don't rush it.
It's not gonna ever be worth it.
Yeah, so I feel like hookup culture kind of disappearing and situationships becoming more normalized is also part of purity culture, because you have that aspect.
Hookup culture is not,
I feel like it's way less prevalent than like in the 2010s.
because situationship wasn't coined yet.
Yeah, and now you can have one person that you kind of latch onto, and you can have that excuse of like, oh, but we have a deeper bond, and and
Ooh, yeah,
and I
that
like,
one was low-key good.
yeah, and it's like, yeah, but I don't let other guys do this, or like he's special because blah blah blah, or I don't
Like, you're being played the exact same.
literally that, or like you don't want to increase your body count but you still want to have fun, and then this is your way to kind of justify it for yourself.
I have had conversations with real people who were like, ugh, but I can't it's better for me if I go back to this person than go further
For a new
to that
person.
person, because then my body count wouldn't increase.
Oh my god. And I feel like we should all think about this a bit more, because I'm not encouraging this, because I feel like we should destigmatize it, but if you don't want to have that burden on your shoulder, just lie. Just never tell anyone about that next person. Please lie
more, guys. Lying, normalize. Okay, no, don't normalize lying, but like,
please remember that it's an
not that
option.
deep.
It's not life or death, and it's not gonna.
you don't owe them anything.
If you want to have some fun with someone, but you don't want people to judge you for it, don't tell them.
Literally.
Like, if you're not ready to.
And if your friends judge you based on the people
Oh
you
my
sleep
God,
with,
bro.
or the
Be
amount of
fucking
people you
for
sleep
real.
with, that's fucking ridiculous. Unless, he's an asshole,
Yeah.
then it's valid.
Yeah.
But like, other than that, it's your life.
Exactly. Okay, maybe this is just my side of TikTok again. I've seen people being like he's more attentive, he buys me things, and he tells me what I should wear, and it's blah blah blah, and they like it or whatever for some reason.
That's a lot of people who like that. Like, I always see it in comments.
I am so scared. Guys, what are we
Whoa.
doing? What are we doing? Can we please wake up? And I feel like it's either people who have been convinced by the people in their life that this is good and this is normal and this is what they should be going for, or people who've never seen this ever and don't realize how bad the consequences can be, and who just feel like it's a fun, silly, different experiment.
Quirky.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. 500 Days of Summer.
I want to hear your thoughts about this movie because I told her to watch it. So
I watched it for this. I know, I finally watched something. I feel like the last
Yay!
couple of episodes, it's literally only been you. So I wrote something, like some facts. 2009 rom-com, literally the blueprint for situationships.
Where was the comedy?
Literally, it was barely rom too. Like,
Genuinely, it's more like a horror movie. That's how my friend described it.
But they
to
said
me.
it at the beginning. This is not a love story. So
They warned us.
yeah, it's directed by Mark Webb, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Tom Hansen and Zoe Deschanel as Summer. Okay, so I liked it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was ahead of its time, for real.
Yeah.
And I liked the fact that it wasn't a traditional love story. Like, I like it like that.
Hey, yeah.
Even though it wasn't a love story at all.
Yeah.
It's giving a little bit
Nuance.
La La Land.
Oh, I've never seen La La Land. I really
Oh
want
my
to
god,
watch it.
finally.
I want to say that this movie is literally what you said about men believing in love at first sight, because I genuinely think he saw Summer and he was instantly interested, and he was always kind of talking to her, and then she would always make herself clear and be like, I'm not looking for a romantic anything, and I'm not looking for a relationship, and he would be like, blah, 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 proper name, place name, proper name, backstory stuff. He would just not listen to her and project his ideas onto her, not just about what she wants, but also about who she is. Like, he would just be like, she is so this and she is so that, and I love that about her. And mind you, it's made up. Like, he was just in love with the idea of her.
Yeah. So you asked who was in the wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a question. It's obviously Tom.
I agree, but you would be fucking surprised about how many people think it's summer.
Bro, it's
And
only men who think that.
no, it's women as well. They think it's summer.
It's
And-
brainwashed.
or it's people saying
trad
like,
wife women.
no one is in the wrong. Like, it's a story about. But
no. Okay, no one is in the wrong because it's like you can feel what you want to feel, and like
true.
no one is in the wrong. But
For
Summer
feeling things.
did not mislead him,
Agree.
and he kind of misled himself.
Yeah.
And also, when he didn't get his way, he would like call her a slut in front of his friends.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
And I think then automatically I can't respect you.
Genuinely, that angers me so much. And
I didn't know it was this deep.
Oh, it is.
It
I
is that deep, but
hate it.
like, damn. I
And
agree.
I don't think men should be allowed to use the word slut only to describe other men, but not women.
No, not even that, because you hate slutty waist. So like,
I do.
it should be a
I do.
slur to.
This one is recent, or not recent, but niche, I guess. But when people say, "What does he have such a slutty waist for? For other men to grab?" As if women have waists for men. As if
but
women
you're
exist for men.
You give that one friend who's too woke
No,
right now.
I'm sorry. I hate it.
I understand and it is valid, but I have never in my life thought about it like that.
Then you should put your thinking cap on.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay, so we've been shitting on 21st century romance, but I want to shit on old romance for a second as well. Because I feel like,
Because what is even better? Like, let's be
Yeah.
honest, I think 21st century romance still
Is-
beats.
yeah, like, because the rare cases of actual romance in this day and age, I feel like are so deep and so genuine compared to back in the day. Because back in the day, you always had that aspect of, okay, but we need each other to live. Like,
Because you Loki did.
yeah. And nowadays, you don't even need each other. You just love each other so much that you want it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's deeper and better. And in Bridgerton, I feel like a lot of people romanticize Bridgerton who watch it, and I also like the show. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's fun, and I think it's really nice because it's a historical romance, but women have a bit more personality and agency than in your average historical romance, so it doesn't make you feel.
Icky.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. Except for some moments. But I feel like a lot of people still gloss over a lot of the things that the men do in Bridgerton. Because I've seen spoilers for part 1 of season 4 of Bridgerton, but basically it ends with this guy asking a girl to be his mistress instead of his wife because she's very lower class and he's very upper class. And then she's obviously very upset about that. But back in the day, that was just unheard of, to marry someone who's in a different class.
Yeah.
And he liked her, so he wanted to still be with her in a way. So his mistress, it is.
Ooh, yikes.
I know, and people hated that. But they were acting as if he was the only male lead in Bridgerton to ever do something disrespectful like that, when we have seen every single man in Bridgerton be with prostitutes. I know you guys know this. Like, I know people saw that, and people were still glossing over that. And mind you, that was just part of old day romance. That was just an aspect that you had to accept as a woman. And then as a woman, you obviously could not do the same, because that's purity culture for you.
Yeah. Okay, I unfortunately can't enter this discourse because I haven't seen it.
No, but I feel like you can also still talk about how people romanticize romance from back in the day.
Yeah, yeah, I saw someone I know was on TV.
Okay.
She was talking about how arranged marriage could be a beautiful thing because it's like your family, they know you and they choose someone who would work well for you. But she was explaining it with nuance, though. Not like you have to do this, you have to marry them, you have to, like, not like that. She explained it in a way where I was like, okay, I could respect that, where you have the choice to say no.
Yeah.
Whereas, case in my family, there have been cases where you can't say no. Like, it's that or you get disowned.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like that. It's kind of glorifying arranged marriage because generally it doesn't work like that. Generally, you don't get you don't
choice
get the
to say
liberty.
no.
Yeah.
The girl who does my lash lifts, she is 30 or something, and okay, she's a full grown woman. But anyways, she's very open-minded, like about anything and everything. And I think we were talking about how it's kind of hard to meet people when you're not on a dating app. And she was like, yeah, and I feel like arranged marriage can actually be a beautiful thing because for me, because she's a teen mom, and she was like, yeah, like I feel like if my parents chose someone for me, they would want the best for me. So they would choose someone who they think is a really good fit for me and it wouldn't be dangerous and stuff. But I'm sorry, your parents are not psychic. Your parents cannot.
But arranged marriage, again, like this, back in the day, this doesn't come from a place of love and care for your
No.
child. It's your reputation,
Yeah.
your family name. It's your daughter or your daughter usually just being respected, and therefore you being respected to the outside world. Like if she gets beaten at home, that's none of your business. It depends.
Genuinely.
Like it's all about how it looks.
Yeah.
So it's now maybe if you're lucky, you have a family who really does want what's best for you, no matter your reputation or family name or whatever. But then they wouldn't choose arranged marriage. Usually, that doesn't really go hand in hand.
And I also want to say that what your family thinks is best for you does not have to be.
And they would have to know you really fucking well, and they would like it's a lot of ifs that are just not very likely.
No, like it's not your parents playing a dating app and picking up potential suitors for you.
So in this day and age, people can romanticize romance from back in the day, but I feel like it's really hard to imagine. I feel like nobody can really imagine what it was like because we don't live in those days anymore, because society has changed and laws have changed and people aren't as lenient with abusive partners or
thank God.
Yeah, so now it just looks really great because we know the laws as they are today, and it's like kind of what we know. It's what we've been raised with. It's what we've known our whole lives. We can't imagine how it was back in the day because we didn't live back in the day. So it's really easy for us to say, oh my God, I want that. That's what I want. Oh my God, Malala, what the fuck did you do? Like,
genuinely,
what the fuck do you mean, Malala? What did you do? She gave you your life.
Yeah. Excuse me for saying this, but I feel like people who joke about that and like you said, are people who have no clue what it's really like not to have those opportunities.
I can appreciate the joke though, like when people are struggling with homework, like haha, because she can laugh about it too. Malala is a funny gal.
Yeah, but you know what joke I never found funny? And again, this is me being the girl the friend who's so woke, but I never found it funny, like the feminism leaving my body when, or like what was it, like I'm so mad that we have equal rights now because I would want my men to do this.
I understand it, and you're valid, and I think that's a good thing, and I think I'm the problem here, and I think us non-wokers in this
non-wokers
are
Bria's still woke.
I'm woke as fuck, but I do find that funny. Like I feel like I also make jokes about my own life about things that are not funny. It's the way we cope, guys. Like I see you, I hear you.
But I feel like some people are not doing it to cope. Some people are doing it when they really have no clue what it means.
I think it's funny.
Okay.
I feel like not everything is that deep. And I really do think you're in the right for this and I'm in the wrong for this. Okay. But I cannot change my opinion. Like
that's
I
fair
can't
enough.
help
that's
it.
Fair.
I think it's funny.
And I also want to say, people who romanticize having like the overprotective boyfriend who does everything for you, pays everything for you, and then doesn't ever do anything remotely feminine. And when I say remotely feminine, I also mean cleaning the house. And I also mean cooking. Because yes, there are people who get icked out by their boyfriend cooking for them or cleaning. That's so dangerous.
But to each their own though. Like what if you want those traditional
roles?
Yeah. Then
I think that urge comes from something a bit sinister.
It does, but it doesn't matter what it comes from though. Like maybe that's just what it is, and you don't have to look further. And
no, my eyebrow lady.
Bro.
Here we go again. Okay, she had a boyfriend, and when she would work, and he had different work times, so she would work until pretty late because she's doing eyebrows, and he would do something else. I don't know. And then before she would come home, he would clean the house for her, and then she would be really happy because she has a clean house.
But then it's clearly not.
And then her friend, a guy, told her, "Yeah, but he's not a real man. Like, why would a man clean for you? Like, that's your job. If he's doing that, that means he is blah 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 blah." And she was like, you know what, you're right. Like, actually, that is kind of icky. And I kind of don't like that. Like, I don't want my man to clean for me. Ew. And then she broke up with him.
What?
Yes.
This is not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
all.
I feel like that's also what people say who believe in arranged marriage being something good. And then you bringing up how it's forced and it comes from a tradition where it's forced and it doesn't have to do with what's the best for you.
But
you know
people
what I mean?
are never like arranged marriage rarely leads to a happy marriage, whereas I feel like traditional gender roles have a higher likelihood, because if both parties want that, then they're both gonna be fucking happy in that situation.
I really don't think so, because part of traditional gender roles is also beating your fucking wife. And that's also being dependent on a man. That's part of traditional gender roles.
I don't mean it for that far. I mean, you're talking about cleaning the fucking house and cooking. That's what I fucking meant.
So imagine you work and you're not dependent on your husband, but you also have to clean everything and cook everything. What the fuck is your husband gonna do?
You don't work.
But then you're dependent on a man.
No, because you come from a rich family, because that's the only scenario in which you desire something like this.
What do you
Only
mean?
rich girls
Yeah.
want this lifestyle. Only rich girls choose this. Are you joking?
No. So, girl, it's my eyebrow lady. A bunch of non-rich girls choose this. A bunch. Like, a bunch of women who work get icked out by their man cooking and cleaning.
But I feel like...
And that's dangerous.
It is dangerous, but I feel like if you just want to live your life oblivious, then you should be able to. Like, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. If you want to be your husband's servant, then by all means.
Okay, you know what? I kind of agree, but I think that we should draw the line at promoting this lifestyle on TikTok, because that's what a lot of people are doing.
I agree.
And it's super harmful because
but I feel like the rich people only promote it. That's what I mean.
And
like, my God, I have 5 cars, but I don't work. My husband only works. Like, that shit comes from generational wealth. I'm sorry, but there's no way you build that.
For you. But the problem is that these old-ass, rich-ass women are installing fantasies in little girls about how to live your life. And that, like, it starts that way, and then it becomes more and more internalized until that's just the only thing that you can really see yourself being happy
I agree with that. And that's what I meant with rich people. Because
Yeah.
online, it's really only rich people.
Yeah.
No, because...
But in real life, it barely is.
Yeah, but they won't speak out because it's like, what can you do, really?
Yeah.
Anyways, on that pessimistic note, that's all we had. I don't know how to express this. We've been critical, but that's...
We love romance.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Oh.
I was gonna say I love Valentine's Day.
Okay, same difference. Like, we like love. We think love is good.
Yeah, and it's cute, like, with
Yeah.
all the pink and the hearts. I love it. My birthday party is gonna be Valentine's themed. It's fun. Like, the stores are decorated nice. Just enjoy the fucking pretty colors and the happy, like, spirits. The limited edition chocolate and stuff.
Yes. Oh my God. I can't wait.
That's it.
Yeah, that was it for today. Let us know your thoughts.
I feel like this was revolutionary for us because I feel like we haven't argued this much in an episode. Like, I mean, we haven't.
True.
I feel like even in the religion episode, I thought that was going to be where we
would argue,
clash a lot. But I feel like this is maybe where we clash the most. And that's beautiful because I like it when we have
different perspectives.
Yeah, because I like hearing your thoughts and what you think.
It really gives me hope when people have different thoughts.
Yeah, like, be original, guys.
Yeah.
And I was going to say something else. I feel like I haven't cursed this much in an episode before.
Like, I just get so angry about purity culture.
Like, I just said that I love our disagreements, but it also pisses me off because it just makes me angry.
Yeah, but that's healthy.
Yeah, so I just curse. My bad. Yeah.
Period. No. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. It's After Hours FM with a 0 instead of an O. Watch our YouTube videos on After Hours TV. We also have a couple of YouTube videos on this channel. That was before we decided to make a separate channel for that.
Oh, no, 2.
And yeah, there's also going to be videos coming out every like bi-weekly on Fridays that we don't upload the podcast. We also have a radio show that is also bi-weekly in the weeks that we do upload the podcast. If this is still making any sense.
It's on Tuesdays.
Yeah, it's on Tuesdays, 2:30 on Slim Radio. And you can also watch back the episodes on their YouTube channel, which is linked in the description.
Yeah.
Everything is linked in the description, by the way. So
our social medias and stuff.
Yeah, so in case you didn't follow any of this, you can check in the description.
Also, the radio show we're back on. Super exciting. This week's show is really interesting. We're going to talk about we're going to stream not all of them because there's a lot going on in the world, but like a lot of people who deserve some more recognition, a lot of demographics and communities that are being done really dirty right now by their government.
To say the least.
Yeah.
Not even their government, by every fucking person ever.
Yeah.
Like, by the whole world, unfortunately.
Exactly. And we don't believe in closing our eyes and not saying anything.
Yeah, and we also don't believe in only speaking up when it affects us directly.
So therefore, this episode, if you can't make it for the radio, that's okay, but we do encourage you to listen it back or stream the songs or stream the artists that we stream because they are
important to listen to, and these voices deserve to be heard.
Definitely tune in.
Yeah.
And look up the cases we're going to talk about because we can talk about shit all we want, but we don't have unlimited time.
No.
So definitely look it up in your own time.
Yeah.
And just stay woke and
please
speak up. We will continue speaking up.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.